Hey everybody, Ace Liam here and welcome to another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form or a branched evolution or a counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a metronome battle between those Pokemon just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of Form Fight and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button to show you're enjoying this series and of course hit the subscribe button if you're new so that you never miss an episode. With all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today we're going to be comparing the two forms of Pidgeot, which are Pidgeot and Mega Pidgeot. Now when you have a Pidgeot in your party, it will always be in its regular form. However, a Pidgeot holding Pidgeotite will be able to Mega Evolve into Mega Pidgeot during a battle and will remain that way for the entirety of that battle. But what makes these two forms of Pidgeot so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, regular Pidgeot stands at 1.5 meters tall and weighs 39.5 kilograms, whereas Mega Pidgeot stands at 2.2 meters tall and weighs 50.5 kilograms. Both forms of Pidgeot share a Pokedex entry which reads, "This Pokemon has a dazzling plumage of beautifully glossy feathers. Many trainers are captivated by the striking ability of the feathers on its head, compelling them to choose Pidgeot as their Pokemon." Appearance-wise, both of course resemble large birds with brown and cream-coloured feathers. They both have large crests on their heads, however Mega Pidgeot is a much larger Pokemon and has more pink in its crest rather than the kind of reddish pink on the regular Pidgeot, with blue tips on its wings and tail. In their shiny forms, both forms of Pidgeot change their coloration to more yellowish colours, with the blue areas of Mega Pidgeot turning purple. Now let's have a look at the typing, weaknesses and resistances of these Pidgeot forms. Both forms of Pidgeot are dual type, normal and flying Pokemon, which makes them both weak to rock, electric and ice type moves. They both resist bug and grass type attacks and are both completely immune to both ground and ghost type moves. Now let's take a look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon forms. Regular Pidgeot is a fast Pokemon with above average HP and attack, average defense and below average special attack and special defense. It can move fairly quickly but doesn't hit all that hard. Its primary ability is Keen Eye, which prevents Pidgeot's accuracy from being lowered. This of course is useful to any Pokemon since you don't want to be missing moves, however it's not the greatest ability there is, since the majority of opponents will be looking to beat you down rather than cause you to miss attacks. Its secondary ability is Tangled Feet, which halves the accuracy of moves used on Pidgeot whilst it's confused. Whilst this does help Pidgeot avoid further attack while it's busy twatting itself in the face in confusion, anyone building their winning World Championship level Pokemon strategy around their Pokemon becoming confused needs to be sat down and told calmly that this isn't the esport for them. Pidgeot's hidden ability is Big Pecs, and no, this has nothing to do with your dad. This ability prevents Pokemon from lowering Pidgeot's defense stat. This ability is fine, although even without lowered defense, Pidgeot isn't all that bulky, so this ability is hardly going to be a difference maker in an actual battle. As for Mega Pidgeot, it gains slight boosts to defense and special defense, as well as a small increase in speed, and most importantly, a massive boost in special attack, giving this bird some serious firepower. Its only ability is No Guard, which causes all moves used by or against Mega Pidgeot to land every time. This of course is a blessing for Mega Pidgeot, in that it gives 100% accuracy to Air/Heat Wave and especially Hurricane. However, it's also a curse, because it means this bird isn't dodging anything. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two forms of Pidgeot I prefer, and it's easy, it's Mega Pidgeot, and that's because Pidgeot's crap. Like, I don't mean to kind of destroy anyone's wonderful image of Pidgeot, but it's just not a good Pokemon. Like, it's great, it's a cool looking Pokemon, it was cool in the anime for that like one episode where Ash actually had Pidgeot and then gave it away, but it's just pointless. Like, it's not a good Pokemon to use in battle. Mega Pidgeot is so much more superior in battle, even with No Guard meaning it gets hit by everything. It's still a better Pokemon because No Guard Hurricane is an amazing thing to couple with that great special attack stat. It's just, yeah, there's just no contest here. Mega Pidgeot is the better Pokemon. If you prefer regular Pidgeot, it's probably an appearance thing, I guess, or a nostalgia thing from using it in Gen 1 or all the other gens that it was in. Yeah, I just don't see the point of Pidgeot in a world where Mega Pidgeot exists. Soz mate. But of course, it's not just up to me to decide which is my favorite. You guys need to decide which is your favorite. But before you make your decision, let's see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. It's time for the metronome battle. Before we get started, I will point out these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items. They've got neutral natures. They're the same type, so the only advantage or disadvantage any of these Pokemon gets comes from their base stats. Everything else is all up to the metronome. Let's go. Here we go, it's Pidgeot versus Mega Pidgeot, the battle of the beautiful Route 1 birds. Let's get this underway as we see both Megas entering the field. following the lovely regular Pidgeots there. Who's going to start things off? Obviously the faster Pokemon, which is the Mega evolved form of Pidgeot. Shiny Mega starting things off with Seed Flare, which is not going to be very effective, but is going to use that huge special attack stat of the Mega Pidgeot there. Everything in this battle is guaranteed to hit. There's going to be no missing like we normally get on Form Fight. Here we see Miracle Eye coming out from the regular Mega onto the shiny Pidgeot right there. Not very necessary, but you know what? It's a lovely animation. Here comes regular Pidgeot starting things off with Barrier. It's going to drastically, well not drastically, sharply increase its defense stat. Much needed. Well, I mean, not so much needed. Probably special defense would be more important against Mega Pidgeot, but we'll see how that all comes into play. Here's Aurora Veil. It is going to fail because no Hail is up. Lot of rhyming right there. What will the Mega team do now? Shiny Mega Pidgeot is going to start this turn off with Rototiller, which affects nobody on the field, but we have to sit through while it tells us that it doesn't affect each of the individual Pokemon on the field. Good lord. Here's regular Mega. What will it do here? What's it got in store? Going to go for Play Nice and lower the attack stat of regular Pidgeot by one stage. By all means, why not? Not that Pidgeot can do a lot of damage with its attack stat, but hey ho, here's Shiny Pidgeot, who is going to go for Ice Beam though. That'll be super effective on the regular Mega. Decent, massive amount of damage there actually, way more than I expected. From regular Pidgeot onto Mega Pidgeot there, and here's, sorry, Shiny Pidgeot. Here's regular Pidgeot with a Thunder Punch though, onto the Shiny Mega, doing a decent amount of damage there, even with the lowered attack stat. Holy moly, the Megas are on the ropes right now. What's happening? Here's regular Mega with an Ice Shard though. That is super effective on the Pidgeot with the increased defense though, so didn't do as much damage as it could have done there. That was lucky that that barrier happened on turn one. Here is the Shiny Mega going for Mirror Shot. How much damage will that do, though? Decent amount of damage there, bringing that Pidgeot and lowering its accuracy down to less than half its max HP. What will it do in retaliation here? I mean, everything's going to hit. Like this Guillotine! Oh my god! That's going to one-hit KO regular Mega. Holy moly, that is the concern with No Guard. His Guillotine is guaranteed to hit. Holy moly, even with the accuracy drop. Here is Shiny, Defense Curl coming out from Shiny Pidgeot, so it's going to increase its defense by one stage. Oh my goodness, what is happening right here? What's the Mega going to do in retaliation? What will it do against these Pidgeot? It's going to go for Lunar Dance, which is going to fail because there's no one to switch into. What will Shiny Pidgeot do in response to this mess up by the Mega? It's going to go for Dragon Rage, guaranteed 40 hit points of damage right there, bringing the Mega down to less than half its max HP as regular Pidgeot looks to follow up on its ally's attack. Goes for Iron Defense. It's now at +4 defense. Oh my goodness, this Pidgeot is now the bulkiest thing on the field. Holy moly, what's the Mega going to do here? It's got to go for those special attacks. Got to take advantage of its special attack stats. Going for Reflect. It's going to protect itself from physical attacks. I think it might be too little too late, dude. You need to go on the offense and take down one of these Pidgeot. Holy moly. Here's a regular Pidgeot. What's it going to go for? Going to go for Smelling Salts. It's not going to do a great deal of damage, but it's going to do just a little bit to that Mega Pidgeot right there. Here comes Shiny Regular going for Attract. It's not going to affect the opposing Mega because these two Pokemon are the same gender. That's no biggie right there. Make of that what you will. Here comes the Shiny Mega going for Dazzling Gleam, using that special attack stat on both the Pidgeot here. Huge damage, but doesn't quite take them down, but does put regular Pidgeot in the danger zone. Here's Ice Hammer from Shiny Pidgeot onto the Shiny Mega, and it's enough to take it down, even with Reflect up. Down goes the Mega, and the regular Pidgeot team have done it. My word, that was unbelievable. Well done to the regular Pidgeot team. My word. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of the two forms of Pidgeot do you prefer? Is it Pidgeot or Mega Pidgeot? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that's of course where I'm going to leave this episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these wonderful people down here too, you can pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.